Hello beautiful ladies, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here, and if you are new, welcome. Today I just wanted to bring you all in to show you how I do my just simple makeup look for my mature skin. Here it is, all raw and uncut. I have a moisturizer, which I actually use a Clinique Smart, which has a sunscreen in it, SPF 15, but I'm going to go ahead and still put on some sunscreen, this Kiehl's sunscreen. So I'm gonna do that and then go from there. So yeah, something to still get you through the day, still make you feel good, all of the things, make you still look pretty. So yeah, so if you're interested, keep on watching. It is, if you are looking for a sunscreen, I think this one would be fantastic because like I said, it works well with makeup. I've even used it under my Bobbie Brown foundation stick and then just my regular Estée Lauder Double Wear. So it seems to be, you know, pretty good with any type of makeup, and it won't ball up on you. It just doesn't jive with your makeup. But this one seems to be a-okay. So yeah, I have two primers. So I think I showed you guys this one by L'Oreal, but this one is also by Estee Lauder. This one is more like a dewy. This is more like a matte. So I'm just gonna go with, let me just try the dewy for the day. Because I prefer my skin to still have like a glow to it. By me having mature skin, I prefer to have like a glow to my skin and not so much a matte. I don't know, it just depends on the day or whatever, how I'm feeling, pretty much. And actually, I didn't mean to put on this much. And I may have to speed the video up because no telling how long it'll take for me to do a video like this. This is my first time doing a makeup video, so this is going to be trial and error, ladies, but just follow along with me, okay? So, but if you can tell, when I smile, this is the complexion that my skin should be. But you see I have the discoloration here. Can you see that like mark right there, like a shadow on both sides? And like I said, that's from the medication that I take. I get migraines, so the medication that I'm taking, I just noticed like maybe months ago that my complexion was just changing, and I'm like, what is going on? You know, and so when I kind of researched and read up on whatever, I was like, oh, here we go, you know. So that's part of the medication that I'm taking, but I just need to figure out a way of me just getting my complexion back to the way it needs to be. So in the meantime, that's my primer. Next step is just gonna be my concealer. And I think I'm gonna go with, I didn't talk about this particular concealer. So the next step is gonna be my concealer, which I have the e.l.f. and then I have the Bobbie Brown. This one is more my complexion, so I'm just gonna start with this. And this is just a concealer about the color of my skin. But you could tell it has red in it though. bring it down some because of the color discoloration here and here. So we'll see. So ladies, what I noticed that I ran out of setting spray. I had an event to go to yesterday, so I didn't bother about trying to get somewhere to get some setting spray. But once I finished my makeup, I actually like my makeup better without using setting spray, you know, so I don't know. So that's what we're gonna be looking like today because I ran out of setting spray and I'm just gonna, you know, continue on and we'll just kind of go from there. But yeah, so let's kind of do this. Yeah, but I could be talking about something while I'm doing makeup. But yes, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this. I went on leave from my job and I was only gone for about, not even a month, probably about 3 weeks. I took a leave because I was really feeling like I needed a break. I needed some time. I was feeling, you know, just kind of, I don't want to say depressed, but I was feeling some type of way. Because if you don't know, I'm not really liking my job or feeling my job because I was in the banking industry for about over 12 years and I was laid off. And then I had to actually just, you know, find something else because of course I have bills to pay. And I have a mortgage to pay for, you know, all of the things that we all have to just, you know, to survive. So I went on leave, like I said, and you know, I have like, if you've ever been on a leave for any type of reason, you know, disability is different from regular FMLA. So I did disability where I could still see a paycheck and kind of go from there. So, you know, did all of that. These people act like, this is a disability people, they act like they actually sent all the paperwork over initially. My doctor completed the first set of paperwork, sent it back. Then they said they needed something else, blah, 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 this and that. And, you know, I still have not gotten paid for being off those 3 weeks. But I know exactly what it is because these people on these jobs really don't want to, they don't want to pay you anything. Even though you have this insurance, that's, you know, part of your insurance, but they don't want to give you anything. They think you're lying about something, you know, the whole 9 yards. They just think you're lying. And for them to just take people through the ringer and not give them, you know, what they are due is crazy to me, you know. But I'm still waiting. And they said they finally approved my leave. Now, mind you, now I've been off for 3 whole weeks. And these people are just now, I'm looking this way because I have a mirror over here as well. But these people are just now saying they have approved my paperwork. Okay? Just approved my paperwork. Off work 3 weeks. Hadn't gotten a paycheck from them. The only paycheck that I received from my job is basically part of the week that I actually worked and before I went on leave. But that came from my job. Insurance company is who I'm actually waiting to get payment from. That they have not giving me yet. My point is to say that these companies and these insurance companies are something else. I mean, they are absolutely something else. Like I say, they give you this type of insurance with this benefit, but they don't want to pay. They absolutely do not want to pay. So I'm gonna let that dry for a moment and just kind of fill in my eyebrows. But yeah, so that's what I've been dealing with. And Lord knows, ladies, I did not want to go back to work. I really did not. So I have a couple more years before I actually retire. And I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. I mean, really. So I'm just filling in my brows. You know, I don't really get anything done to my eyebrows. I do every now and then. I just let the girl just kind of clean them up here, like they need to be cleaned up now, but I don't worry about it too tough because, you know, once you start going in and messing with your eyebrows as you get older, after a while, you're not gonna have any. So I try not to mess with them too tough. You know what I mean? So let's go in and set this. This is the e.l.f. the Deep Chestnut. I just use this just to kind of brighten under my eyes a little bit and kind of go from there. And the first one was just something to just kind of blend in with my skin complexion from Bobbie Brown, and that's just a stick concealer. Can't remember the color of it. And you know, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really look at it right now to tell you guys what color it is, but I put it in the description below so you can have it just in case if it's something that you would want to go with, you know. So and my eyes are just a little swollen from, I have seasonal allergies as well, so that's a part of life for some people, seasonal allergies. My grandson has it as well, and yeah, so I just kind of work with it, you know. 59, just have to keep moving and shaking and keep doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You know, so absolutely. I guess next time I need to move this mirror right here so I can be looking straight at you all instead of to the side. You know, my apologies. But again, this is my first time doing a makeup look for you all, so just bear with me, roll with the punches, all of the things. So yeah. So you guys comment and tell me if this is something that you think you guys would like, you know, mature, just simple, basic makeup look for the woman over the age of 50. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist. I just do what works well for me and just kind of go from there. Yeah. I kind of hit here too because for some reason, I don't know, when you're doing your makeup, it kind of leaves a dark mark around my mouth or something. So I just kind of use a little of the concealer off here and bring it here on everywhere that I kind of touched off. use just a little, whoops, a little setting powder. My Laura Mercier, just a little setting powder here. Bring this up here a little bit on my forehead. I don't want to keep dabbing because sometimes you have too much on here. And just kind of go from there. Here's where I use this milk contour. They're gonna just bring it down a little bit and just kind of work that in. And this brush is my Bobbie Brown foundation brush, so I just use it for my contour. Bring it up. Yeah, ladies, like I said, I just do what's best for me, that I think is, ooh, look like I brought that down too far. Oh goodness. So when I put my powder on, it'll kind of even out. I'm gonna do just a little blush. Yep. And that's my MAC blush, the Raisin color. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do some mascara, which I'm using the L'Oreal mascara, the primer, and then the mascara. I don't know, I may not speed it up. I mean, I may just leave it like it is and just not speed it up, because you still want to see it without, you know, fast pace, and just see step by step, really. So, but yeah. And then also too, ladies, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about me putting my home on the market to sell it, because I feel like I'm at a point now in my life that I feel like it's just too much. I really feel like it's too much, because, you know, before I was laid off, I had just purchased my home 2017, and then I was laid off in 2018. And I just have not been making the money to, you know, that I was making when I was, you know, before I got laid off. So I just feel like it's just too much. I just need to just downsize. But then again, I be thinking about my grandkids and just having a, you know, a big place, backyard, you know, all of the things, you know, with my grandson with his basketball goal in the yard. You know, I get to thinking about that, but then I also just be thinking I just need to just downsize and just, you know, go back to just living, you know, a modest, you know, not so stressful life where you have to have the upkeep on your home, the yard, you know, all of that. If you want to come in and paint, you know, do all those things. You know, I just think about a lot because I am a single individual person, and it's just a lot. It is a lot when you buy a home and when your circumstances change, just like I was before I was laid off. I was making the money. Now I'm not making that type of money that I was making when I was in banking, you know, and that's just of the circumstances. I was laid off. So it was something that was out of my control, you know, so yeah. So this is just a setting powder. Well, I shouldn't say setting powder, just my MAC powder to kind of set everything in place. I'm just gonna go with my Fenty oil. Just a simple, makeup look. Like I said, I'm out of setting spray, so I'm just gonna roll with what I have right here. And yeah, so this is it. Something that just still make you feel and look your best. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment below and tell me if this is something that you think you would like going forward. And yeah, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.